Today I'm going to show you my version of a Butterfly Ranunculus. We have our cupcake. It's flat iced, it's a frozen cupcake. The reason we flat ice is to give it a crumb coat. It's like crumb coating a large cake. It stops any crumbs getting into your piping tips, and it also helps the petals to adhere because it's so cold. The colourings I'm using today is pink Progel. These are all going to be listed in my intro, so you can pause and then write them down so you can purchase them. The Progels are my preferred brand, and also the Sugar Flares are my preferred brand. To get this mustardy yellow, it was simple reason I did like a mustardy colour, because stamens aren't actually quite bright yellow, so I did it as a mustardy colour. So what I did is I mixed up the egg yellow and then put a small amount of gooseberry in it. If it goes too mustardy, you can always lighten it up and put a bit more of the egg yellow in. Or if you haven't got the Sugar Flare egg yellow, use the Progel Yellow. That'll do fine. But always use a concentrated food colour, as the supermarket brands are too runny, and it'll just mess with your buttercream. It'll just make it sloppy. So always try to get the professional. These are by Rainbow Dust. They're very good. So pop them to one side. And to whiten my buttercream, I've also used a Sugar Flare Extra White. Or you can use the Ingenious Edibles, which is a very good whitener. Right, the tips I'm going to use is a GG Cake Craft 1062, which is this nozzle. I'll just give that a wipe. It's quite slightly fatter on one end and then tapers to a thin end. Now, don't worry if you haven't got this tip. You can always use a 124K. It's very similar. It's probably a bit narrower, but it's similar. And then I've got a number 1, which is this tip. It's just like a piping writing tip. And then I've got another number 1, and that's just filled up with some. It's not even been whitened, the buttercream, because we're not going to be using a lot of this, and it's got a very slight pink in it, so you know that's fine. In this one, we've got the white buttercream, and what I've done on the short end and the fat end, I've gone and run some of the pink buttercream in the bag first, and then I've done the same on that side, and then put the white in the centre. For my green colour, I've used gooseberry, and this is a number 12 round tube tip, and that's it. So that's all our tips, but like I said, we're all listed in the intro, so you can pause, write everything down if you need to. Right, so we're going to take our cupcake, and I'm going to put across. Oh, I'm going to put across, but it's quite frozen, this cupcake, so I put a cross right across it. I've got something in my throat, excuse me. Right, we're going to take our GG Cake Craft 1062, and we're going to start on this side of the petal of the line, and we're going to go up and come right across. As you can see, the pinks come out on the edge and the pinks come out in the centre. And then we're going to start again there. Go up. Give it a slight wobble as you're piping across. I couldn't think of a word then. And then again, just carry on down on them 4 sections, angling your piping tip up slightly, slight pressure. You don't have to go crazy. So it's like that. And then again, as you can see, the buttercream has stopped coming out pink on the edge at the moment. It'll come back through. I'll tighten my bag. Now we're going to come down a little bit more to about here, and we're going to go angle slightly upwards and across. Angle the fat end down, angle slightly upwards. And across. As you can see, these petals are a bit narrower. Angle slightly upwards. Go across. And then again upwards. So the pink's coming out again now. And across. And we're going to do the same on these gaps. I've just knocked the buttercream. Right, so we're going to angle slightly upwards and come across. Slightly upwards and across. Upwards and across. As you can see, the centre's getting narrower, and we need a petal now to join to that one. So slightly up and across, and there you go. Right, so what I'm going to do in these little gaps, I hope there's enough in my packet bag, is I'll just wrap that around my finger and it won't get in your eyes. It's coming out. Ew, it's all on my hands. That wasn't meant to happen. There you go, but it does. that's oh gosh, so I'm going to lose it all. I think I won't do that. I'm trying to get rid of this part of the bag. So we get our cupcake again, and in here, in these gaps, we just want to really now bring our piping tip upwards and up, and just do some little ones. And pop a little one there. Pop a little one there. Just filling those spaces in, really. Oh, a little one there. So there you go. So that's the actual flower. So now we take our number 12, Wilton 12, with the green buttercream in, and we want to, in the centre, and pull up. It's got quite a knobbly little centre there. I'm going to push that down a little bit. It's a bit too big. Or what I can do is just take a little bit off. That's it. There we go. So if you come up too far, you will end up having a great big point, which we don't really want. Now, we're going to take our number 1 with the white and pink in it. And we're going to put tiny, tiny little dots all over this green pistil. Doesn't have to be massive dots, and you don't really have to go all the way down, but I'll just pop that down a little bit more. That's it. We'll have a look at that once we put the stamens in. So we just put little tiny dots. You don't have to go crazy. All the way over. It started to rain, so you might hear bits pattering on my roof, because I was filming my very large summer house, as it's quite, just takes it away from indoors then. I'm not cluttering up the kitchen. And my husband can go and get himself a cup of coffee without disturbing me. That's normally what happens. He sits there and waits. So I find it better to come out of here. So that is really all you need. Now, might put some more on, I'm not sure yet. But we take our other number 1, sorry, I was going to say number 2 then. I'll make sure this is coming out. And we need to pack stamens. What I'm actually going to do is actually going to cut the end of that bag, just so it doesn't get in the way. There's only a little bit in these bags, that's better. That's a little tip for you. It just helps you to hold the bag. Right, you go down there, and you want to pipe stamens now. Coming up, trying. You can have short ones, you can have long ones. Try not to come too far up. But like I said, rather than just using yellow for the stamens, which sometimes looks a bit too much of an imitation, well, this has got quite a lot of these little stamens in the centre. So I'm going to do quite a few in there. You can have long ones, short ones, medium ones, big ones. If some of them pull off, you can just go on top. I'll just put that down a sec. I'll just get a cocktail stick. Because what you can do is another little tip for you. While they're still quite wet, there we go. Let's just pull that off a little bit. You can actually lift them. Don't try and do this when the actual cupcake's dried out, because otherwise they will snap off. So you can just lift them like that. And then not the whole flower then. And just do as many as you can in the centre. And that doesn't look as, because it's not vivid yellow, it doesn't look as fake, if you like. It gives it a more natural look. And that's why I said you don't really need all the dots right down to the bottom of the pistil, because we are piping these little stamens. Make sure you connect to the bottom. Like so. I think we're nearly there. It's got a lovely little bushy centre, the Butterfly Ranunculas. And I'm going to actually say that that might be enough. I mean, I will just go on forever. You know, you want to put more in, you want to put less in, it's up to you. But that's looking quite full now. And there you go. There's my version of a Butterfly Ranunculus. Thank you for watching.